back again with another video. So today it is Saturday. I don't look my best as usual. I just got out of the shower, so there's still some parts of my head that are still kind of wet, so that's why I put on this. But I have extremely short hair, so because I have extremely short hair, this is not working that well. This is a braid, side braid, not working that well. So many bobby pins in the back, but we're gonna make it work because I feel like cute. I'm actually gonna not wear my glasses on this video because they're bothering me. But if you guys already saw the title, you guys know what this video is about. We're gonna be talking about the top 5 paranormal games that you should never play. But before starting the video, if you guys are new to my channel, hello, welcome to my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe because that would mean the world to me. And if you guys are returning subscribers, please don't forget to like and comment because you guys know that I love reading comments and answering them. And for both of you guys, please don't forget, if you guys want and please should, you guys really should recommend my channel to all your friends and family who would like to see more content like mine. Anyhow, I don't know what's going on with my light right now that it makes me look kind of pinkish. I don't know if it's because of the cardigan, but I'm noticing my face looking kind of pinkish, which I'm very sorry. But yeah, now let's start with these top 5. I'm liking doing top 5, top 10s, top stuff. But let's go to number 1. So guys, the first game that we're going to be talking about is the Midnight Game. By the way, before starting all these stories are not as 100% accurate, I guess, as you can say. I try to look as many, and these versions are the ones that I found that are very much similar in every version. But of course, from every page, every website, every video, there could be some variations of these type of games. So this way I've explained these games are not as how you saw it the first time in another video or in another website or whatnot. It's just because this is the way I found them, I guess. So anyways, the first one, yeah, it's the Midnight Game. So I'm just going to be kind of paraphrasing what it is. So basically you have to summon a monster / entity called the Midnight Man. And basically you walk around your house at night with a candle, trying to not be caught by him. You need to survive the game for 3 hours. So basically the game, lasts 3 hours, from 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. If you win the game, then you survive, and if not, well, they say that the Midnight Man drags you to some unknown place and just you die, basically. Obviously, this is, even if it's not true, this game is obviously very scary to think about if it was to be true. Imagine you being alone with a single candle at night, at midnight, and you have to run from this entity thing that is chasing you for 3 hours. And only if miraculously you survive, he'll let you be. But if he finds you, then you die. I mean, it is pretty scary to think about. But anyhow, let's go to number 2. This one I honestly never heard of, and from what I found, I really didn't find an outcome or a bad thing that would happen to this. But as any other paranormal game that we're going to be talking about, you have to summon some creature stuff. So this next game is called the 3 Kings. So you have to place 3 kings on a chessboard in your basement or in a very secluded place of your house. And you have to do this before going to sleep. Then when you go to sleep, you have to set an alarm for 3 a.m. And at that time, you need to get up, go back to the place where you put the chessboard with the 3 kings. And basically when you go see it, the 3 kings will be moved to a different part of the board. So honestly, this is just like any other game. You know, it seems very harmless, But again, you are summoning something. You're summoning a creature that you have no idea what. I didn't find what else about this game. I probably didn't research that well. But if you guys know if there's another outcome or a very bad outcome or what else has to be done, you guys should let me know. But for what I'm sensing, this seems like a very harmless game in a way, because it just moves the 3 kings from the chessboard. But then again, you summon something in. You don't know if that thing will disappear as soon as it moves it, or it will continue to stick around in your house, which is obviously something that we don't want, any of us. But yeah, pretty scary to think about. Now, the third one is the bath game, or the Daruma-san game. Origin in Japan. Backstory from what I've heard. This woman taking a bath, Daruma-san, taking a bath, she slips, I heard 2 versions. She either impales her eye or hits her head when she slipped on the tub and drowns in the tub. So, I don't know which one is the correct version, but that's what 2 versions I've heard. Basically, what the game you have to do, you have to go to the bathtub, fill the bathtub and all that. And you have to be combing, I've heard again 2 versions, you have to be combing your hair or throwing water on you, chanting, Daruma-san fell down, I think. That's all I found. I've heard other versions where they say much more, but I'm not sure. But for what I've found, that's what you have to say. You have to chant it, and then you get up, you go to sleep. You have to close the door, by the way, from what I read. And then when you wake up the next day, the whole day, Daruma-san will be following you around. Again, very scary to think about. I have heard other versions that you have to survive the day, that Daruma-san is going to do her best to harm you, and there's other versions that you just feel like someone will be following you. Regardless of that, it is very, very, very scary to think about that this ghost that you just summoned in your bathtub of a woman who died is just going to be following you around. This is something that I wouldn't want myself. And again, these are the top 5 games that you should never play. Anyhow, the 4th game is another very popular one, which is the Elevator to Another World game. So this version is a very short version that I'm sure is lacking steps for what I've heard of other versions, but this was supposedly a complete version as well. But I'm pretty sure it's not. But I'm just going to read it to you guys and explain it as best as I can from what I got from that website. So it says basically you get into an elevator at 12 a.m., midnight, and you have to be alone. I've seen other people that they've said that you can be with someone else, but basically most of them I've heard you have to be alone in the elevator with no one going in. And you have to press several buttons on the elevator in a combination, I guess, way. For what I found, they have to be 4, 2, 6, 10, 5. And it says that once you hit floor 5, the doors open into a different dimension. Okay, this is a very short version, which I know is lacking steps, because I even heard in other versions that in one floor, a little girl, woman, whatever, is going to come in. You can't look at her, you can't talk to her, and she'll go out and like that, right? So I do know this is probably lacking steps, but it is pretty much a narrowed down version of what you have to do. And basically, once you go into this world, this other world, you can actually go back to your own reality if you repeat the combinations again. There is other versions that also that if you do it right, you will go to a dimension. You, instead of pressing the last button, which will take you to the supposed floor, which is the last button, which I think is the first floor, it will actually go backwards and go all the way up. And then that means you did the process right. But if you did it wrong, it will take you to the first floor. But then again, this is other versions, but I don't have the complete version of that, because I did want to be accurate, but at the same time, this was the narrowed down version of the whole process of the game. And last but not least, the very, 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 very popular game, Bloody Mary. So, if you guys are like me, you guys have never played Bloody Mary, which I have always been very, very afraid of. I have a huge, huge fear for mirrors at night. I do have a mirror right here, which is where I usually do my makeup, hair, and all that. But it is right beside my bed, but it's not facing me, which I am very grateful. But from where I lay down, I kind of see an end part of the mirror, and I always freak out that I'm going to see a shadow or something reflecting on the mirror. So as you guys can tell, even that gives me huge creeps. So I would never in my life be able to play Bloody Mary. But if you guys do not know what Bloody Mary is, or just want to hear about it, basically you just hold a candle in front of the mirror. It doesn't have to be any certain time. For what I read, you just have to do it in a room alone. And you have to chant in the mirror 3 times, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. And what will happen is that you will be summoning a lady called Bloody Mary. There are 3 possibilities, I guess, from what will appear. It will either appear the corpse of Queen Mary I, who had a number of miscarriages and or false pregnancies and was well known for her violent religious reforms. Or you can see a witch or a ghost. But basically, all 3 of these will be covered in blood. For what I read, this is like the most newer modern version. I did go back, and there are other older versions that actually, there was one that was, you had to be chanting Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, holding a mirror with the candle and walking down backwards the stairs. But instead of seeing a lady covered in blood, you were actually going to see your future husband. So regardless, very scary. There's another version where I heard that you have to be holding a pair of scissors or a knife, which, again, scary. If you guys can hear music outside, I'm very sorry. My brother is right now with some of his friends playing on the deck. These are guitars and singing. But anyhow, if you guys can't hear it, then okay, but I can really hear it, so yeah. Regardless, all of these versions of Bloody Mary are very scary, which I would never play, even if it's a very common game that almost every kid has played in sleepovers. Still, it is very scary to think about and very, very, very creepy as well. Again, I would never ever play any of these games, regardless of how harmless they seem as Bloody Mary, which I've heard before, obviously, that your brain actually makes the hallucinations of Bloody Mary when you're doing it in the mirror, because there is no light but the candle itself that you're holding, that your brain is making your reflection turn in your head into something else, which will be seen basically as Bloody Mary. But then again, you are summoning something. You do not know if it's real or not, but you're still summoning something that is very, very dangerous regardless. So if you do believe in paranormal stuff and you guys are on my side, please, yeah, never try this, guys. But if you guys don't believe and still want to try it, I mean, think about the consequences regardless of is it real or not. Because if you come from a Mexican family and you're chanting at midnight, well, there's other versions. Most people do it at midnight. But if you're chanting Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary in the mirror, my mom will come in very pissed at me. So obviously, I will not do it for that reason as well. But anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will be doing more videos like this if you guys want. Because, again, month of October, so yay! And even if it's not the month of October and you guys still want to see scary, paranormal, creepy, mysterious kind of videos, just let me know, because I love doing this. And I also want to know that you guys as well enjoy this. So anyhow, guys, I'll see you guys on Monday, because Sunday I don't post videos. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, guys.